Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. A little bit late today and I apologize. I was delving into my family heritage. I actually spent a few hours today talking to a new relative that just discovered me on my birthday. What a birthday gift. And as you know, as Jewish families who originate from Eastern Europe, and many of our family relatives did not survive the Holocaust, and so many did not, we don't know many, and after the Holocaust, after World War II, a lot dispersed around the world and lost contact, and now a new family relative of mine found me, and it was really fascinating because he's doing this amazing heritage work and researching, and as you know, I am writing a novel based on the story of my grandmother during the Holocaust. And it is very helpful to listen or to find new information. So it takes a lot of my time as well. So, but still, I am very dedicated to all of you. So I'm doing my readings now. And you know what? I have to tell you that I found a picture of my grandfather online today on a website, and it was this picture that on the back of it, it was written my grandfather's surname, and it was a group of people, and one of them was my grandfather in 1934. Never seen that picture. And it really made me very, very excited and emotional. So, what is this reading about? So, there are all sorts of rumors that Meghan asked Catherine to participate in her podcast. Now, I'm calling BS on that. First of all, because I believe that Meghan has been recording her podcast during the summer, and when she came to the UK, she was already, after she already recorded all of her podcasts, but I'm not sure, maybe not. And moreover, I believe that Catherine would have never accepted, and I don't think that Meghan would have ever asked her. But this is why we have the BS detector. So I am going to run the BS detector for this, but I'm going also to add two cards, which is one Meghan's point of view and the other Catherine point of view. But first, I'm going to do the BS detector on the question itself. So, did Meghan really approach Catherine to ask her to participate on archetype? This is the Cat Tarot, one of the decks that I have to give you, so you can see and decide, and remember that you can change your mind, you can edit your reply, and many of you did not say what deck you wanted, which means that if you do decide during the month, please do. I will try to use most of the decks, so you will be able to see. And if you don't, then if you win, you will get a deck. I promise. Okay, so as I keep on shuffling, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so I am clearing the deck now. Okay, let's start asking. So, what is the truth behind the claim that Meghan asked Catherine to participate in her podcast? What is the truth? What is the false behind the claim that Meghan asked Catherine to participate in her podcast, Archetype? What is the truth? What is the lie behind the claim that Meghan requested Catherine to participate in Archetypes? Okay, cutting into 3. It's getting a lot easier to do that. Still a little bit painful, but I'm still doing that, so it's nice to have it near, to be able to do that without too much pain. Okay, so the first card, as always, is the significator card. It explains the question. It shows us what is the stem of all of this gossip or information. And what I'm getting here is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, that is the fantasizer. That is the person who is losing opportunities because he lives in a fantasy world. This is a person who is unable to go further in his life because he's living in this dream world. He doesn't really know he's unable to realize what is the reality. So all of this is around a fantasy, some kind of fantasy that Meghan had, that maybe she'll be able to convince Catherine to be on her podcast. I think that it goes well with the fact that there were so many puff pieces about Catherine trying to heal the rift between the brothers. Catherine will try to send an olive branch and Meghan might accept. I think it's all stemming from the same fantasy that Meghan has in her mind, that this rift will be healed because Catherine will approach her, and then she will be able to be the strong one, the one who comes and say, yes, I forgive you. Yes, I am willing to heal the relationship. So this is all a fantasy. This is all coming from the same fantasy of Catherine will come and ask for forgiveness. Catherine will extend an olive branch. Catherine will try to heal the rift between the brother while they are in the USA. It all comes from the same fantasy. So this is some kind of fantasy. I'm not sure that it ever got to a stage where Meghan even approached Catherine, but it's in her dream world that she will be able to have Catherine on her podcast, and that will be such an amazing thing for her podcast, not because she likes Catherine. She's only thinking about what will benefit her. So, and once again, because it's all in her mind, it's all in her fantasy, she is losing opportunities to do the right thing. Okay, so that's the main issue. That is the card that shows us the significator card. Okay, the lie. What is the lie? And the lie is the Queen of Cups. Okay. So the Queen of Cups, that is the adventurer. That is the woman who is able to stand within changes. That is someone who is someone who needs emotional stability. This is how Meghan thinks that Catherine is. She sees her as this woman who would take a chance, someone who will go to this adventure of of participating in this podcast, someone who is, because she needs emotional stability, because she wants to heal the rift between the brothers, she will accept to participate in that podcast. But this is still a court card. This is still a card of someone who is unable to move forward. And with the Queen of Cups is because she is someone who is very much detached, very much slow, very much staying in the comfort zone. So, and this is the lie. So we need to look at the negative aspects of this card. And this is not the card that really shows us Catherine. I will take a card for Catherine later on. This card shows that in Meghan's eyes, the reasons why Catherine will not accept this proposal is because she's lazy, because she doesn't want to go out of the comfort zone, because she will abstain, and she has this tendency to get offended so easily. So she will not forgive, or she will not forget. She will hold a grudge. This is what the Queen of Cups is. But actually, it is describing how Meghan feels, because Meghan is reflecting her own feelings on Catherine. So first of all, it shows us that this never got into the phase of actually asking Catherine. This all stayed in Meghan's head, in her fantasy world, and in a way she made that public just to be sure that it will seem as if she's asked Catherine and Catherine said no. In her mind, Catherine won't say yes because she's lazy, because she's holding a grudge, because she's unable to forgive, because she is unstable emotionally, because she's procrastinating. All of these things are things that are true for Meghan, but she's reflecting them on Catherine, something that a lot of narcissists do, because she will never look in the mirror and say that this is her. So all of these attributes that she's attributing to Catherine are in a way her own characteristics. Okay, so this is the lie, and the lie is that there is no way that this could have happened, because this is a court card, and this is a court card of someone who is not able to get forward, someone who cannot forget, someone who cannot forgive, someone who is holding a grudge. And because this is a second court card, this is a missed opportunity, and there is no way that Meghan actually went to Catherine and suggested that. It all stayed in the fantasy world, and this is why we got 2 cups court cards. Now, what is the truth? And the truth is the 10 of, I think it's Pentacles. Yeah, that is Pentacles. Wait a minute. No, I was wrong. That is the 10 of Wands. So, and this is the truth. So what does it show us? The 10 of Wands is an overload. This is taking too much upon yourself. This is being unable to withstand obstacles that are coming your way. This is a card of self-destruction. This is a card of someone who listens to the wrong advice, someone who is worried, someone who is in this survival mode, and someone who is unable to stand within all of those obstacles. It's an overload. So this shows us that Meghan is actually she's really feeling overcome. She is collapsing in a way. She's unable to withstand all of the backlash, all of the all of the scrutinizing that comes in her way. I mean, every podcast that she makes is being scrutinized because she's saying one porcupine after another porcupine. She's contradicting herself. She's contradicting Harry. So all of these are way too many obstacles to withstand. And if you remember the reading that I did about her relationship with Harry, I got the Nine of Wands as their relationship today. So it shows that it's really hard for her. She's over ambitious. This is an over ambitious card. This is a card of someone who needs success so much, no matter what is the price. This is a card of someone who will get into quarrels, someone who is resistant, someone who gets into conflict, someone who is having difficulty in listening to other opinion than themselves, someone who has difficulty with standing borders and authority. And this is why in her mind she thinks that she can approach Catherine and ask her to participate in her podcast. She is unable to realize that there are lines that she cannot cross. There are boundaries that she cannot go over. And this is a boundary that she cannot go over. They are in bad relationship. There is a rift there. She, in her fantasy world, tends to forget that she herself caused the rift, and she in her mind really thinks that she's in the right. She really thinks that she deserves some kind of lenience. She thinks that she can persuade Catherine to participate in that podcast, and she's even quarreling with Harry or with other people, everyone who is willing, who is saying anything that is contradicting her ideas. So this card shows, and this is another card that shows us that there is no way that she approached Catherine. It is all staying in the fantasy world. But the thought did cross her mind. But I think that we will see by the last card how it panned out, or how she understood that it's impossible. But the thought did cross her mind, but it did not come to an actual proposal to Catherine to participate in the podcast. Okay, so that is the truth, and the last card will tell us exactly what happened what stopped it, how it panned out. And what I'm getting here is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, that is a card of doubt. This is a card of someone who understands that doesn't understand, but is full of doubts about himself, about the relationship, about everything. So this is what stopped Meghan from actually going to to Catherine and asking her to participate in that podcast. And just pay attention that there are 3 cups here. So she was really trying to or thinking about appealing to Catherine's sense of loyalty, a sense of emotion. Then she was maybe thinking about appealing to her wish to have this healing of the rift and get an emotional stability for the family. So there are a lot of cups here, but what stopped her is that she became doubtful. She did not see reality as it is. She listened to all kinds of advice, wrong advice, And then she listened to gossip with malice, and that caused her to be doubtful on her ability to ask Catherine to be on the podcast. It's not that she realized that this is an absurd request. The doubt became evident when she started listening to all sorts of rumors that made her realize that Catherine will never participate in that podcast. But this is the sort of gossip with malice. So she felt that Catherine is not as gracious as people want to believe that she is, that Catherine is unwilling to sacrifice in order to get the rift healed. She feels that she herself is getting over the boundaries. She sees that in a good light. I am getting out of my comfort zone, but that is not it, because she's unable to really get out of her comfort zone. Because for her to get out of the comfort zone, it's to come out and say, I was wrong, to ask for forgiveness. She doesn't see that. So she is thinking that Catherine won't, she's doubtful. She's thinking that Catherine will not participate because she's a bad person, because she is someone who is unwilling to sacrifice in order to heal the rift. And this is why she decided not to approach her. So this all stayed in her fantasy world. So this is the tarot, and now I'm going to ask for one card for Catherine, one card for Meghan in this issue, and I'm just going to do one more shuffle. Okay, so a card for Catherine, a card for Meghan, in the issue of the participation in the podcast. Okay, so how did Catherine feel? How did Meghan really feel or approach it? So for Catherine, I'm getting the Four of Wands. So Catherine really doesn't need it. Catherine is she's happy. She has her happy family. For her, it's not about the victory, it's about the road. She thinks about enjoying the road. She's not looking at the victory that comes in the end, this victory that comes in the Six of Wands. For her, she's satisfied with what she has. She's satisfied with her family and with her house and with everything that she has. And if you remember, they downgraded to the Adelaide cottage, but it's all, she sees the good side in everything. So the Four of Wands is a yes card. It is really a very happy card, and it's a card that shows that Catherine is not obsessed with the results. She's thinking about the road and how to enjoy the road. Now for Meghan, we're getting the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, that's the card of fake conflict. This is the person who cannot see reality as it is, the person that is trying to show the world that he is conflicted, that she doesn't know what to choose, but she knows exactly. This is a card of self-destruction. This is a card of tendency to do the wrong thing. This is a card of someone who burns bridges behind her. So this is what I can say, and this is the Two of Pentacles. This is not a very good card. It shows us that, first of all, she's obsessed with the money. Second of all, she's self-destructive. She's faking her conflicts. She has tendency to choose the wrong things. She's burning bridges behind her, and she's searching for problems even when they don't exist. So both of them together cannot withstand, cannot work together. And once again, for Meghan, it's all her fantasy world. She really fantasized that she can do that, but she wanted it to come from the fact that Catherine will come over and be the one who apologizes, be the one who is getting out of her comfort zone because of her need for healing the rift, because she wants everything to be in equilibrium. She wants everything to everyone to love each other, and she wants to heal the rift. She knows how difficult it is for her husband, so she wants that. And Meghan really thought or dreamed that she can build upon this wish of Catherine in order to persuade her to participate in that podcast. But we can see that this is another self-destruction card. This is a card of someone who is unable to withstand all of the obstacles that come in her way. And finally, she felt doubts. She realized, or she heard that, she realized that it will never be that Catherine will come and apologize. And then she decided that this is something that she herself cannot withstand. She will not be able to entertain Catherine in the podcast if Catherine doesn't apologize to her. Okay, so that's the tarot. And I'm going to take a card from a very rare Healing with the Fairies oracle. It took me some time to find it. At first, I didn't know it existed. It's Doreen Virtue oracle. Everybody knows the Healing with Angel oracle. This one is really very similar, but it is Healing with Fairies. And this is a card for Catherine. What can she do to heal her husband, or to feel better about herself, about the fact that she is not going all the way in order to, and not sacrificing herself to heal that rift, that she is putting some borders there. Okay, so let's start with clearing the deck. Okay, some of the cards are upside down. And let's ask a card for Catherine for her healing, a card for Catherine for her healing from the rift between Harry and his family. The card that I'm getting is self-reliance. Okay, so this card is telling Catherine to actually rely on herself, but let's see what does the book has to say about this. Okay, message for Catherine. You are your own best friend, and you can provide for yourself emotionally and physically. This is a great card for Catherine. This is a great advice for Catherine. She doesn't need anyone else. She is strong. She's wise. She has her powers, and she can rely on herself and to heal herself from every shenanigans that Meghan is trying to throw her way. So this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video. Don't forget to go into my big giveaway video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.